Spinning.
We are live.
Hello, friends.
I'm going to see if I can find comments for us.
Sounds great. I can't see any.
Why does that not surprise me? Hi, friends. Say hi if you're here.
Hello, everyone.
We are doing still Christmas in July.
Yes, but we're putting a new fun spin on it today.
And I got comments in one place. Now, if I could figure out them on YouTube, that would be helpful.
Yay, that's right. We're on both Facebook and YouTube. That's so awesome.
Yes, it is. But Facebook and me are not Facebook. YouTube and me are not friends right now.
Oh, no.
So what is the spin on today?
Today is steampunk for Teri's Crafty Christmas. Or actually, I think it's just the hashtag Crafty Christmas in July 25, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Still with Teri, though. But we've got a new designer for our papers today, and you will never believe what I did.
What did you do?
I actually have the printed out paper that says the name of the designer. Can you believe it? I'm mostly prepared.
Oh wow. You're better prepared than me today.
So Crafty Dragon Creations is the creator of our digitals that we will be using today in part of the Crafty Christmas in July 25.
Okay, I have found us on YouTube, so I can now see comments on both platforms.
Yay, that's great.
Yay, okay. That takes a little bit when you can't figure it all out.
Hi, Karen. I hear ya.
Hi, Daleen. I hope I say your name right. So who is the creator of the steampunk we're playing with today and tomorrow? Hi, Cheryl.
Crafty Dragon Creations.
And hi, Pam. Yes, and there's some really cool images, but I didn't print them all.
This one is one of my favorites. I love this one.
Which one's that? The
one with the frosty. I think what I'm going to do, we're going to do it today here together. I brought out some Patalics paper, and I think I'm going to make some like tall, skinny cards. Like divide this into 2 or 3 designs.
Oh, wow. I think I'm going to play with that one too. Only I'm going to attempt a card.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I've got this metallics, well, it's called Patalics, but it's metallic paper. And I've got a really cool copper and a really cool blue. And that just goes perfect with these. Or even there's this dark brown too. I think I will matte them and like, yeah. Look at these papers. They go like really perfect. Loving it.
There's mine. So I started mine out literally with clay.
With what did you say? Clay?
Clay. I was playing with a happy planner punch.
Oh, nice.
And then I took the measurements and went to my computer.
That's what you do when you got some digitals. Although I did nothing to mine. I literally just printed them out on printer paper. So even if you're not tech savvy, you don't know how to resize anything, that's okay. You can still have a good time.
Well, my computer play was I made my own squares in my Silhouette program to make my own windows.
Oh, well, hey, that's fun.
Past that, I have no idea what else I'm doing. Hey, Sophia.
Well, sometimes that's all it takes. It's just a little spark of an idea.
Well, and I do have sitting next to me, I mentioned it last night to you, snowflakes.
Oh, yes.
So, and I have some acetate. So we'll see what happens.
Yes. Since we both got that wonderful kit, might as well use some of the extras to have a good playtime.
I don't know if anybody can pick up on the snowflakes I tried to print on the paper or the acetate. They just did not come out well enough for my ideas. So, yeah, not everything prints on acetate.
Well, but you just never know until you try. So,
right? So, hi, Sharon.
Oh,
How is your family doing? I saw that your father-in-law has a birthday.
oh, yay! Happy birthday!
Yes, his 94th.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't know if I will live to be that old, but you know what? That is pretty amazing. Can you imagine the things he's seen in his lifetime? That's
Right?
great. I saw somebody on I don't know who they are, but it was just in my YouTube feed. The 107th birthday was yesterday.
Wow.
Pretty awesome.
So, if I did this right, this should fold in half perfectly fine, and my windows should be great, I hope. If I did it right.
See, and that's just it. A lot of times we don't always make prototypes. We just are you guys are getting to see the thought process as it unfolds.
Well, and there's a little more thought. I couldn't do the computer work on a live. You guys would all be bored to tears
That's right.
because that's a lot of math.
I am trying to decide. I want to make. I love this little snowman. He's giving me Frosty vibes from Frosty from Tim Holtz stamp. So if you have some of those, you could easily add some stamps or do some fun things with it. But I think what I want to do is make this like a really tall, skinny card. It could even be a tag. So if you're not into cards, that's okay. You can make some gift tags. I did. There wasn't a ton of ephemera with this kit, but there was still plenty. And the one page, I just printed it out like 3 different times. And then I backed it on some craft cardstock and cut everything out. And even if that's all you get done this time of year, because you're like, okay, I'm over Christmas, put these in an envelope or a bag or whatever you want to do to save them, and save them for Christmas time. Because then when Christmas comes around, look at that. They're already printed, they're already backed, they're already ready to go. So even if it's a Christmas journal or you just need like a wine tag gift, or maybe you're making cookies for somebody or whatever gift you're giving, you can just put a nice little to from note or something on there.
Well, I know that it's tough to feel Christmassy when you're wanting to grill
That's
outdoors.
right. Yes. So that's what I'm saying. Like, even if you just manage to get them printed, put them in a file folder. Make sure the secret to Christmas and July crafting is making sure you can find this stuff during Christmas time.
That's what I was going to say, is being able to find it when you need it.
Yes. Yes. So make
Yes.
sure you store it somewhere. You don't want to do all the work, even if it's just printing. You don't want to waste the paper and ink in a lost project. So just make sure you put it somewhere. You'll be able to find it.
And what was I thinking? I don't know. I'll look at comments.
Okay.
Sharon says thank you, that her father-in-law and mother-in-law are both amazing.
Oh, that's fun.
And we are so glad that you're able to help them right now, Sharon, even though we know
Yes.
that you're tired, and our thoughts and prayers are with you.
Yeah, caregiving is hard work. I don't care who you are or how young or old you are.
Even grandma duties is
That's
hard
right.
work.
Any kind of caregiving, whether it's babysitting, caregiving. If you're looking, I'm sure I make Mr. Fraps be more tired than not most days.
Because I take the youngest to daycare in the morning, and last night I get a phone call from my husband saying the daughter's vehicle has a flat. Can I go pick up the baby from daycare?
Poor Kelsey. She just can't catch a break.
No, she can't. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, I guess I can go. So I show up, and the grandson looks at me. He goes, "You're not mom." I'm like,
You're not my mom.
"No, I'm not, but I'm taking you home."
But you know me, and we're getting in the car.
Right? And then he informs me he knows how to unseatbelt himself.
Oh no.
I'm
I
like,
hate when that time happens.
oh,
Alyssa did that one time to me. She had just discovered how to unbuckle her car seat, And just as I realized she was standing up in the back seat of the van as we're driving down the road, I start pulling over and I get pulled over. And sure enough, I got a ticket. And the guy ripped me a new one because he was saying how unsafe it was. And I'm like, sir, I understand. Like, I was pulling over to secure her back in the seat.
Yeah.
And he didn't care. He gave me, I think I got like a $200 ticket.
Oh,
I was
wow.
so upset.
Ouch.
I went to court and disputed that one because I explained to the judge, like, she
Yeah.
literally just turned this age and her thumb works on that button now.
And so did you get out of the ticket then?
I did not get out of all of it, but about half. And then, so then I was still mad. And and so, usually what happens when mama's mad, well, it carries out in the rest of the house. So I told Mr. Fraps, I was like, she got out of her dumb seat. We've got to fix it so it wouldn't happen. And he made that sucker so tight. She was like a little Stay Puft Marshmallow Girl in the back seat.
Hi, Diana.
And she kept saying, it's too tight. It's too tight. And he says, well, you can't get out.
Yeah. He did not attempt to unfasten his seatbelt today. So I
That's
just have to
good.
keep an eye on it. But yeah, it's like, ugh. And
It's like yay for development, but stay safe, buddy.
right?
So
You can,
excited you're learning new things, but not today, buddy. Not today.
which of course then interrupted my planning process.
Yeah, of course. Because then you're like nervous as you're driving too. Like, are they going to get out?
Yeah. So,
Hi.
but at least, you know, we are able to help. We know it will continue without interruptions past
That's
daycare.
awesome.
No cleaning of the upstairs or packing. Hallelujah.
That is great. Packing and moving is just no fun. I
I
don't
wouldn't
care who
even
you
know.
are.
I wouldn't have even known where to pack and move it to.
Well, and even under the best of circumstances, moving is exhausting and just,
Yeah. So,
I mean, unless if you're one of those lucky ones that gets like movers that come in and like does all the hard work for you. I mean, it's still kind of overwhelming, but at least it's not as bad. But I've never been that lucky. I've always had to do my own packing, my own moving, and it never fails. I mean, of course, I live in the Pacific Northwest, but it's always raining. Whenever we had to move, it was always raining.
oh, you just reminded me. Last year, Dennis took his car to the Carney Cruise night and it broke.
Oh,
It was raining. So I'm hoping this year it's not raining while he's out and about.
yeah. Rain can be fun if you're, used to it, but it can also really mess up the works. And when you're packing all your stuff in cardboard boxes, it is just not your friend.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. This metallic paper is just gorgeous with this.
And I am not sure what cardstock I'm using. I think I got it from a friend who was selling off their discontinued Stampin' Up, and it's not trimming very nice.
Oh, really? Normally, Stampin' Up! Paper is absolutely a dream.
It's really fraying at the edges. It might not have had I been able to get the depth set in deep enough so I didn't have to use a utility knife to help out. That could be the problem. So,
Yeah, I bought a lady was getting out of the Stampin' Up! Business, and I bought over her whole everything. That was the deal, though. I had to buy it all or nothing. And most of it was cardstock. And yeah, I've really loved playing with it.
hi, Natalie.
And then the lady that I had to purchase stamps from Stampin' Up! From, she told me their prices all went up for their cardstock packs. I think it was in May. And they made smaller packs. So if you were used to a certain amount of papers in the pack size was being reduced and the price was still going up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no fun. Is that
So,
Natalie from Line Dot Arrow, Natalie?
yes, it is.
Hello, hello. I played with some Line Dot Arrow papers yesterday. I did the challenge, and look at my card. It turned out so amazing. These were some little faux flowers from Dollar Tree, and they were actually still $1.25. And this was a misprint. So if you've ever wanted to know different ways that you can get over some misprints and still have something beautiful, check out my live on YouTube yesterday. I made these were all not printed the best ways that I wanted. So I did stenciling, I did inking, I did Nuvo, of course. And then I included all of these little faux flowers to accent the beautiful designs that were already there. So,
Hi,
yeah.
Penny.
And
How are you?
what I ended up making was kind of I guess it's a card, but it has a pocket on the inside, so it could easily tuck into a journal or just be a nice little hello send in the mail. I got glue on the back of it though. There's just no help for me sometimes.
I'm thinking I should have told the silhouette to trim a little bit deeper so I didn't have to do so much after work.
Yeah.
And I know that some of you knew that I had my eye appointment on Tuesday.
Yes.
Update, the left eye is healing.
That's great.
Yeah.
But
sometime in the last 2 months, the right eye had an issue. And so now I have to wait till it's healed to maybe hopefully get glasses.
yeah, so still no glasses in sight. Haha.
Nope.
Pun not intended, but
So, hi, Roxanne.
so frustrating when our body just does different things.
Right. Well, and I didn't know that sometimes sympathy eye strokes happen, but they're saying that's hopefully what it is.
Oh, so like one eye realized that the other eye had a stroke, so it just decided to copy along?
Basically, is the best way they could explain it. Still no rhyme or reason, no answer. Well,
I
and
hope that's not that's not what's happening to my right eye. I've got to make an eye appointment, but it's like one of those, I've got to do this before I can do that, before I can do this.
right.
I my when I changed my medical insurance in January, the app doesn't work for me. If like I've got to call and spend time with tech support more, I guess. But so I don't know what eye coverage I have is the moral of the story, because I can't access any of my like tell you what you have benefits. And I've been so preoccupied with other appointments and things that I haven't really worried about it, but I kind of need to, because I literally have nothing. I can barely see colors. Like it's just all a blur. And when I put eye drops in it, it just turns orange, which is weird.
And I'm sorry for laughing, but all I can think of is you're just getting ready for Halloween.
I know, right? And my first thought was, oh my gosh, did I put like betadine in my eye or something? But nope, Mr. Frapp said you grabbed the right ones. And I'm like, well, that's a relief.
Well, and the eye doctor, she's like, you didn't notice anything different with your right eye? I'm like, no, because I've been struggling with the left one.
Stressing out over one already, yeah.
So, and she's like, well, it's healed as good as it looks like it's going to get. So, but now we have to wait for the right one to heal before I will give you a new prescription for your glasses. I'm like, thanks. No, thanks.
Yeah, great. See you again soon.
Yeah. And then they're like, well, you can come back in a month. And I look at the calendar going, let's do the following week after a month. So that way the grandkids are in school and I don't have to go back and forth so much. But yeah.
I get frustrated with these specialists. They're like, okay, great. Usually it takes you 6 months to get in here anywhere. And then by the time you get there, they're like, okay, well, it's a great consult. I understand why you're here, but well, why don't you come back in 6 months and we'll see how you're progressing? I'm like, okay, well, now I've just wasted a whole year for like what?
Right. Well, at least I get a month and I don't have to wait 2 months.
Yeah, that's great.
And I don't have to go back to, everything else, do everything else again.
Yes.
So I think I'm just going to use this one the way it is and not worry about it.
I cut this paper into 4, and I mean, this one doesn't really have much of the exciting bits on there, but it's still pretty. And this could easily go over like a flap in a book. or be a tag, or be a card, or even a lovely bookmark. I could put this through a laminator, although I guess I've got it all wonky. I just realized the bottom has more of
And
a trim on one side than the other.
and these pieces that came from the windows are perfect to stamp on to make little bits of ephemera.
Wonderful.
First, I don't know what else.
Well, and sometimes you don't have to know all the answers when you're making it. You just keep it in sight and available, and it will find its place.
Hi, Ruby. How's your
Hello,
weather?
Ruby.
She's at the eastern edge of the state.
Ah,
And Sharon, I wish cheaters came in the prescription I needed, but
oh,
there's,
yeah. I
yeah,
tried those, and it worked for like 2 seconds while I was in the line at the store, and I thought, well, maybe this will be okay. And then I got home, and I've tried them a couple of times again, and it just doesn't do anything for me.
yeah.
Makes everything all just even more weird. That's what I've thought too. Like maybe just some kind of a magnifier, maybe a magnifying glass, maybe no. It just makes it worse. But you got to
Yeah.
try. Don't
Oh,
know
but,
till you try.
right? Well, and the funny thing is, like, so Tuesday, they only dilated the one eye.
Oh, that's so weird.
And I was at home and I'm like, why is there things on my counter moving?
Oh gosh.
Well, somehow I got ants in the house. And so
Oh,
the little
we've been
ants,
struggling with that too.
but I didn't realize it. And I thought the spots on my counter were
And they're
moving.
moving. Yeah. Craziness.
So,
And for all of you that watch the lady, I think it's, what is it, Lady Owl Journals that does the hello with the glue. Here you go. I will do it.
I have no idea. I've seen them, but I have not actually caught a name.
Maybe I'll do it. My glue is not cooperating.
Wait, that's nothing new about your glue.
I am so fed up. I did order more glue yesterday. I've ordered a new glue bottle because I have glue refills. I just don't have the right bottle to put it in. And like, I keep losing the pin, and like, there's just no help for me. So yeah, I'm kind of over the glue thing.
Right?
But there we go. I did spell out hello in the glue. So if you're one of those that likes that, there it is. All right.
Now let's. So Ruby says it is. The sun is shining in the eastern part of the state.
The sun is shining over here in the West Coast too.
So, and I know that a storm chaser is out in our sand hills looking for tornadoes yesterday. I'm like, really? I'm over that weather too.
Yeah, that just seems too scary for me. I've never been through anything like that. I know I've been through floods and fires and I guess earthquakes. We've been having earthquakes, but I never seem to feel them. I don't know what that says about me.
So, question. Acetate and maybe give it some sparkly snowflakes.
Yes, that would be great.
Okay, sure.
I'm sure.
I haven't opened my snowflakes yet.
I don't have any open over here to like throw on you like Heidi did.
Oh, what are we making? I am attempting to make a Christmas window card.
And I am making some ephemera. I'm just actually matting some of this beautiful, this was just a full-size printer paper page that I printed out from the Dragon Craft Creations and designed for Steampunk Christmas. And so I printed out on regular paper, and then now I'm just matting it onto some metallic paper. And these could easily make some beautiful cards or bookmarks or gift tags. Or just ephemera for a book, or even now I'm going to decorate this up, and this could easily be used as a cover for a journal. Maybe you're doing a tall, skinny one, or I guess really doesn't have to be that tall. How tall is this? What is it? 8.5 by 11 is what I had. So which side is this? The 8.5 side? Yes. There we go. So now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some Nuvo and I'm gonna accent these little clocks. This is like a steampunk Christmas tree, but also look, it's like a fairy house or a gnome house or a little critter house in the middle of the woods somewhere. How cool would it be to go inside someplace like that?
That would be cool.
Oh, I got one more to glue. One more to glue. I thought I was done.
And
Oh,
of course, we have our resident card maker in the house.
well,
And
I was just thinking about that to
I'm
share.
attempting a card. Yep.
I have an idea for this paper. There's this cool Santa. I'll show you him in just a second once I get this glue flipped over. There's this cool Santa with his steampunk glasses on, but they kind of remind me of some of the Santas that I saw when I was in Christmas in Hawaii. You know, I mean, Santa's in Hawaii, Santa's in beach gear because, I mean, it's not snowing over there. Um, so I was thinking, what about sending not that I'm very good at sending Christmas cards, but what about sending a Christmas in July card saying, you know, put on your shades. Christmas is however many months away, you know, or just saying hello. It's not Christmas yet. But look at him.
Right.
He's so cool. He's got his glasses on, and there's his sleigh, his steampunk sleigh. And then there was a page that had steampunk Christmas presents, and I thought that page was so beautiful too. You can't really see it in the background here very good on the camera, but there are gears on the back of this paper because it's supposed to be like steampunk. But I was thinking of maybe using my water brush, just going around here and putting this on a card front and saying like Happy Christmas in July, or I have a few family members that absolutely love Christmas. So, you know, they can never wait until Christmas. So sending a Christmas in July card just to say hello is totally appropriate for those ladies.
So if I just use a straight packaging, cellophane packaging, do I have to make it bumped up with foam tape for it to be a shaker-ish thing?
Not really. The only problem with not making like making a raised space around your shaker is that your shaky bits won't have as much room to move around. So, you know, the more width you put between, or the depth that you give your shaker, the more it can shake around. But
Okay.
I've done it just that way. I've even done it with like a Ziploc bag. So
I was going to say, because sometimes they shake great and sometimes they don't. And
yeah. Well, and when you're using those thinner depths of a shaker card, make sure you just use like your plan is to just put some snowflakes in there, so it should be just fine.
yeah, that's my plan. That doesn't mean it's going to happen
I
or
hear
work right.
you. I hear you.
And I
And
already lost the acetate bag in the
oh no,
stack someplace. And
oh
yeah,
no, oh. And you know, I was just thinking, like, if I lost inspiration after matting these, I could again just save them for around the Christmas time, and then maybe if I'm making cards, maybe I want to send a tall, skinny card, or maybe I want to um, put a piece of now white writing paper or something on the back of this and write a little Christmas note to someone. I could easily do that with this, and it's already halfway there. So I'm gonna still continue on decorating my little snowman and all of the lights. All of these little lanterns I thought would be really great to put in some Nuvo. And this one is the peach sorbet one, so it's got a little bit of an orange tint to it.
and Sharon says she was thinking about you last night because her backyard was lit up. Looked so magical with all the fireflies.
Oh, that's
It
so
was
great.
beautiful.
We have fireflies here, but we don't have lightning bugs. So I've never.
Aren't they the same thing?
No,
Oh,
no.
they're not.
Fireflies are like they're not a butterfly, but they look skinnier. Um, no, that's a dragonfly. I guess a firefly and a lightning bug. You're right. They're the same thing. I was thinking dragonfly. Yeah, no, we don't have the little lightning bugs or the, I guess, firefly, whatever you want to call them.
And Karen says that Alaska had a 7-something earthquake yesterday and now under tsunami warnings. Oh, wow.
Man, that's crazy.
And it looks like Cosmo tried to help me eat this by eating this packaging.
He's distressed it for you.
He has.
Remy does that with a lot of papers around here too. Oh,
And
and before I forget, what's everybody drinking today? I actually have ice water. I already drank a protein drink, and now I've got ice water. I'm trying to be good.
I have my Mountain Dew.
You just drink the regular one too, right? Not Baja Blast?
Yeah, I just drink the regular.
I love the Baja Blast. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
And I know you say tape for today, glue for tomorrow, but I'm just going to tape for today.
Well, sometimes that's just okay.
Which isn't going to work very well because my center post or the sashing in my window is very narrow. So
Sometimes other rules can trump rules out. Like there is no rules in junk journaling, and like use what you have, or
yeah, this is I hope this works, but
yeah.
no clue if it does because I'm attempting it now.
I've also made shaker cards where I just sewed around the window, so there was no raised element. It was just a sewed on. So I mean, if you're just gluing around, that's the same thing, really.
I could sew down the center of maybe not. It's really narrow.
Mm.
I meant to have it bigger, but well,
Another part of this ephemera that was really cool is there's a bunch of little snow globes. And those are super fun to put glossy accents or nouveau or even some embossing powder, embossing glaze. And just have some fun playing with those.
And Sharon's having water. Cheryl's
Yay.
having Diet Coke and a flavored water. And Penny just has a bottle of water. And Pam is drinking Diet Dr. Pepper. So it's
A little diverse.
very diverse.
I got the Dr. Pepper Zero Blackberry flavor yesterday, and I was so excited to try it, and it kind of tastes like cough syrup.
Yeah.
I think the berry, the berry part of it just kind of is too reminiscent of cough syrup. So I don't know. I ended up with a 12-pack because that was the only way I could try it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Karen just had coffee.
Ooh, I'm ready for some coffee after this. I think I'm going to have cold brew.
Did Figaro help you drink your coffee?
Oh, Figaro.
And I haven't seen Dominic for a little bit.
Well, I heard from Karen the other day that he is picking on his older sisters. And he was picking on her because she was gone most of the other day. And so he got up into her chair and pulled her hair. So he's being a feisty little kitten. Guess you'd expect nothing less, right?
Right? Oh, poor hair.
Okay. And of course, these holly berries are just screaming for stickles. I don't know why, but they do look so good when you just glitter them up. This one is cranberry, I think is the color. But I've also used ruby slippers and Christmas red as well, and they all look just lovely.
I need to find something to catch sprinkles in. I found something. I hope. I'm opening the snowflakes.
Opening the snowflakes. Now, friends, if you haven't seen the product that she's using, that's because we purchased a kit or they were made exclusive for the kit, but they will be available in August from Ranger.
And I will be getting the bigger container of it because these snowflakes are so cool.
I probably will buy a bigger jar of it as well.
There's mica flakes, rock candy, and glitter in here to make Ranger's new snowflakes.
And of course, if you have your alcohol inks, you can put them in a smaller container and color them whatever color you would like. So if you want to do blue snowflakes or silver snowflakes, or I don't know, maybe you're just happy with them the way that they are.
And I know there's a question about us sharing our projects well, I just opened my snowflakes. Life has been anything but nice lately. So I
My
haven't even had
projects
a,
are going to need a huge drying time, unfortunately.
oh, I don't know if you guys can see, but this is so cool. I know there's acetate. I'm sorry.
But I can still see it in there.
Oh,
Ah. And just remember when you put stuff in the shakers to use less than what you actually think you'll need if you want to still be able to see whatever's behind it or underneath it. I'm always guilty of putting way too much in there.
Karen says, no, she has her cup and Figaro cannot get into it.
Well, that's good, although he always seems to find a way. He's a very patient cat.
And he's doing very well with Dominique.
That's so good. Yeah, he's become like the older brother.
And then Karen says, he was in rare form yesterday, just being silly.
Aw, that's fun. I miss that. Our cats are all older now, and our youngest was Fanta, but we ended up with the cat that somebody dumped here, Cyclone, and I was just out holding him. I got a new rocker yesterday, which was good and not good. It ended up being okay today. Good because in the pictures it looked like it was going to be great, and then when it arrived, it wasn't wooden. It's actually plastic.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I thought, great, it's gonna just blow off the deck and break, right? But it actually held me. It supported me just fine today, and Cyclone really enjoyed sitting in my lap while I was out there. So he enjoys the cuddle time. Although he did bite me when he decided to get down. So I got another cat bite, which I don't take lightly. I do clean them out and watch it for infection. I know cat scratch fever and all the things I've seen all of the things working the ER. All right. This did not stand up straight down. So one way you can save yourself some time is by storing these upside down. And mine was kind of stored at a slant, and there's like it's starting to empty out.
Why do I always think I can make a shaker and I always struggle?
Shakers are not as easy as they appear to be. Yeah.
Even with two sides attached, I'm still struggling.
Yeah. It just requires the assembly.
And then
And you're dealing with all the little messy pieces that can easily escape. And yes, they can escape from a CD sleeve, because that was like always I was like, woo, that's an easy shaker. But if you put ultra fine glitter in there, it does escape. Sorry, Tam.
And it still escapes clear in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Which is fine because I don't mind glitter.
Yes.
But I would prefer not having my package leak.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're going to use a CD sleeve as a shaker and you plan to put ultra fine glitter in there, make sure you go around and seal I guess you'd seal all around the inside envelope first. I don't know.
Well, maybe I should send this one to our friend in Australia so that way then she'd have some snow.
Yes, that would be fun. I always think it would be so bizarre to like be in a place where it's hot, but one Christmas here, I flew out Christmas night. After I spent the Christmas holiday with my family, I flew out Christmas night and went with a friend to Hawaii. And it was so cool seeing different like Christmas trees made of different things, and like sand, Christmas trees made out of sand, like little sand sculptures, and like just fun different things. It was really cool.
And Karen says she has those plastic chairs. She uses heavy bricks to hold them down when storms are coming.
Yeah, that's just it. I don't know how well these are gonna. This one's gonna store, but it was $25 for the little table, and the little table's actually made out of glass and metal, so that was at least worth it in itself. And then there's also a little footrest too, which could also be used as a stool. So I don't know. I feel like I got my money's worth, so it's okay. And it's getting me out in the fresh air and lets me hold my outside kitty. So that's okay. And hopefully maybe I can tan my legs a little bit. Since I can't swim, maybe I can at least get some sunshine.
It's not perfect, but it's getting there.
Hey, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's homemade.
Well, yeah, it is definitely homemade.
It's perfectly homemade. How about that?
Now let's just hope it doesn't decide that it needs to spring a leak someplace. And unfortunately, my tape is going to get seen through the window.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Making sure. What if you put like a little die cut or one of the little cutouts over it? Can you put like some sort of flower or floral or?
I might be able to do that. Because I did trim out some little pieces. I took
If you have a slot punch or a bar punch or a punch that makes this little shape, perfect for the tops of these tags.
Good idea about how to hide that tape.
Yes, just extra reasons to add more embellishments, right?
Exactly. And Sharon has spray water bottle when she's out canning.
Oh yes, that's nice. Now I know I did work with the surgeon that did Mohs surgery for a very long time, which is skin cancer, but in the areas that are skin sparing, like on your eyelids and your ears and your head, and the more sensitive places to remove skin cancers from. And it is a serious thing, so make sure you're protecting yourself while you're out in the sun. I know all about it. My poor sister had skin cancer all over her face too. I think honestly hers came from makeups because she worked a makeup counter from the minute she was like 18 until most of her midlife. And they required that she wear like 5 to 8 pieces of their makeup every single day.
Oh, wow.
So, and ironically, that was where she got all the skin cancers from. And I mean, that was years ago. So, you know, now they tell you like paraben free and all of these other things, free this and free that and organic and all these things. So it does make a difference.
Well, I haven't been out much this summer, so
I haven't really at all either. And my skin, I'm a type 1 skin and I'm glowing. My husband out there, on the other hand, he spends most of the summer at the racetrack and he builds things. So he's outside a lot. And he can get a sunburn one day and it's just perfectly tan the next.
Right?
He's a type 1 skin as well. And I'm like, how do you be a type 1 skin just like me? If anything else, he's even, his beard underneath the gray is actually red. So I'm like, I'm not even red haired. Like your skin should be more sensitive than mine.
Yeah, my husband got sunburnt Sunday when he was at the motocross rally. And he's tan.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm going to tell our friends, shake your card is not this difficult. I'm sure if you do them a lot, I just have to seem to do it the most complicated way ever. So I'm sorry if I'm scaring you.
My actual favorite way to make a shaker card, CD envelope aside, is to use a piece of foam board, like poster foam board, and cut out, like use a die cut. Like if the part you want to be a shaker is round, use a die cut to cut that round part out and then build around that. So that kind of sandwiches the middle and that makes your depth.
Well, and I'm not a card maker. I just had an idea and I had to try it out.
Well, hey, and that's what crafting is all about. And things only get easier with practice. So, you know, every project teaches you something. Even
And
if it's just that, yep, I'm not making that ever again.
and I'm amongst friends, so you guys can all see the real struggles.
That's right. That's right.
But I have to say, this turned out awesome.
That is pretty cute. Love it.
I just thought
And
that,
you used your supplies, you used the digital, you used your silhouette, you used your snowflakes. So, hey, that's what
and
some
I
of it's about.
reused packaging
Yes.
that is impossible to see where
Okay.
you misplaced it at. But that is so. Now I'll just have to back it, and I
Now I
have a
have
leak.
Nuvo and Stickles drying like all over the place. So one tip before everybody cuts all their stuff out, if you want to do Nuvo and Stickles, do it before you cut everything out, because then you'll just have like 3 or 4 papers laying around rather than all these little bits and pieces. I always seem to forget to do that first. I don't know why. It's even like my own tip.
And I have a leak where in the seam where the packaging was put together.
Ah, add some more tape or something under there.
I'm not sure. Ooh, I need to glue that down.
All right, I'm going to try to make this Santa in July card. I think he is just too cool, and I can't wait to put some Nuvo on his goggles. I think that's what they're called when they're steampunk, right? Goggles?
Yes,
Rather than glasses?
they are goggles. Because my husband and I had the discussion about steampunk last night again.
Oh.
And so he's like, I wonder what Google says about it. So
Yes. See,
I
Google
did the,
ends all debates these days.
and it was quite an interesting read to see what Google said about it. But yeah.
Funny thing about Google is I tell some of these kids where we go to the diner, there's like 20 somethings, and they're like, oh, I don't understand like why everybody in Generation X and above says it's like so difficult. I'm like, because we couldn't ask Siri, we couldn't ask Alexa, we couldn't ask Google. We had to use books for our answers, and a lot of times by the time you got to the book to get your answer, it was already outdated.
Right?
I remember doing my homework and I would ask my grandma, like, is this how you spell this? And she'd bring over the big book and she'd pat her hand on it. Like, meaning, yep, and the answers you seek are in here. And it was always the dictionary. I read so many dictionary pages, it was not even funny.
And the funny thing is, they give it to you so you can spell a word. Well, how can you look it up in the dictionary if you
Sound it
don't know how to
out. You'll
spell it?
get there. Yeah, I know, right?
Hi, Deborah. Hi, Christy.
Especially considering the English language is one of the weirdest ones to learn, really, anyways. Some of the,
Uh,
like who puts a K in night?
well, it depends upon what type of night you're talking about.
Or knife. Like, why do we need that?
I don't know.
Or who puts a G in gnome?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't do that language.
Those are the ones that would be super hard to look up in the dictionary because you kind of have to know.
So Christy's here from Funky Junk.
Oh, hey, Christy. That's Christy Adston. Love
Yep.
her.
And Sharon's telling me to iron it closed.
Oh, but that might melt the acetate.
Might melt my snowflakes.
Yes. Even if you use a heat tool around those things, it could melt and shrink ink them, not in a good way.
Now I have to figure out something to put on the back, or I can just enclose it and say it's done and not make a Christmas card. It's just a Christmas shaker.
Well, and sometimes just making the shaker and having it around for when you are making more Christmas things, you can then decide if you want to do something further with it later. Don't always have to have all the things done. So it's like we might start a compartmental make of one thing. And like this, I've got a stack of tags. I've backed them on. I printed them. I've backed them, and I punched the slot for like a ribbon.
Well, I'm
So,
hoping you got more accomplished today than my one shaker card.
well, I don't really have anything that's like finished. Like these are elements for later. Like I might stamp.
That is the story of your life.
Well, I might stamp like to from, or maybe heck, when it comes Christmas time, I might just write in to from on here. So I mean, they technically could be finished.
Hi, Mr. Fraps.
He's displaying his arms out wide, saying my whole room is things that are not finished. I have the fear of finishing because then I have to maybe decide where it needs to leave. You're gonna get lunch.
That'd be cool.
No.
Oh,
Hi, tell everyone hi for me.
so I'm thankful that everything's worked out and we don't have to rearrange our home. But I was looking at the Jeep on its side going, but you know, this is an opportunity to get that finished and get it out of here.
Yeah.
And the husband's like, yeah, no, thanks.
We have a couple of those kind of cars around here too, but they're taking up way less space than my craft room because my craft room has spilled out into the living room and the bedrooms and the dining room and the kitchen. I mean, anywhere that has a counter, I've pretty well decided it's mine.
Right? No, his space better not encroach on my space because his stinky car parts can stay downstairs.
Well, my space has really encroached everywhere. There's been no boundaries lately.
And I don't remember I said hi to Deborah. She came in. I know I was chatting with her on a friend's live before this live.
All right. I had this piece of craft paper that I thought was going to be perfect for this card, but I don't want to lose part of the Santa or lose part of the sled to fit this scrap. So I'm just going to put this back in my paper pack, and then maybe it'll fit the next project.
And this snowflake from Tim Holtz that Heidi and Tim created with Ranger.
Yes.
I love it.
Well, Heidi apparently liked it too. And you know what? Good on you, Mr. Tim Holtz. He even sucked it up while she was tossing it around his craft space, which I'm sure drove him a little bonkers.
I probably would have been just like Heidi throwing it around.
I don't know. I think I probably would have just sat there and like stared at him for a while. I don't know. I say that now, but like I did sit next to him in one of his classes, in-person class, that he taught years and years ago. But it was before he was really, I mean, he was enough of a celebrity. He was teaching at the class, but he was still teaching jewelry, and like distressed products weren't even made yet. Like.
And Deborah's been making cards. And here I am. I'm not a card maker, but I just made a card.
Awesome. I'm making a card too. I'm going to put this fun little Santa here, and I've got enough extra room. So I guess this is what, A4 now, because I cut a 8.5 by 11 in half, and then I folded that to make my card base. Is that A2? A2, I think.
I don't know.
I'm not very good with these A sizes, so it's something. I think it's A2.
I didn't know what size to make my card size, so I took the one from Simon Says Stamp class.
And just measured around it. Yep. That's usually what I do too. There's sometimes I won't even pay attention. I'll just kind of make it the size I need to fit my envelope and just call it a day. But this one, I just was making it the size to fit my design. So, and I'm still going to use a piece of this metallic paper because I've got it out. So why not?
And I'm just over here having fun shaking my snowflakes. Oh, but it should fit into my Christmas journal.
Now, there are paper sparing ways that you can put a mat behind your image if you don't want to waste. So like this isn't even going to be seen. So I could cut a rectangle out of here and use it, but I'm just going to leave it there and use it for the support. Make it extra thickness. Call it good. I want to ink around here. I realized I haven't done any inking. What the what?
I didn't ink either. But this little card will fit into the journal cover. and I won't lose it.
And I was just trying to decide, do I want to ink with red or green? So I'm going to do both. I'm going to do red on the top because that's where the Santa is. And that's where it's kind of this sand-like color in the background. And then I'm going to do green on the bottom.
I just knocked over my Mountain Dew. Thank goodness I
No.
keep a lid on it.
I have cup holders in my craft room, and that is the only place I put liquids, except for my squirt bottle, because I'm a spiller. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong for me.
Me too. I think I need these candles behind a window.
Candles behind a window, yes.
But I don't want it behind blue. So I will have to find cardstock that fits this coloring. Because
And
blue
there
is the
are
only
some
one
beautiful pages. This collection includes some beautiful pages of pictures of lanterns as well.
Yes, I will share the lanterns that didn't print properly. My setting was fit to the image or whatever, and so
fit to page, yeah.
but I just love some of these other ones.
Yeah, they're beautiful. So much fun.
And you could
And,
put
steampunk can also be used for like somebody who's more masculine or who doesn't like something really frilly Christmas or, just a different spin on Christmas too. It can be really nice.
and then there is the snow one that we both use, the candles, and I'll show you, try to show you pictures of the other images in the digital. These are wallet size. I print them this way so I know what's in the kit so I don't have to print everything.
Nice, yeah.
And then I can choose what I want. And there's journal pages even.
I didn't print everything. I printed what I thought I might want to use because then I can always go back and print more.
And so it's a fun kit. Hi, Teeny.
Yeah, super fun. Hey, Teeny.
Is the window a die cut? No, it's not, Sharon. It is.
But yes, it is. Because it is,
yes,
and it's not.
It is an SVG file.
Yeah, she used her silhouette cutter, so an electronic die cut machine.
Yes,
how she got that computerized electronic die cut machine.
Well, sometimes you just don't have what you need in the right sizes, so sometimes you have to create. This one, though, this brown one, I actually used my Happy Planner punch to get those windows, and then I computerized my image.
I really like this Santa. I wasn't sure I was going to, but I think he just looks like he is ready to go.
Thanks,
Go,
Cheryl.
Santa, go.
Yeah, it actually, doing the wallet size does, yeah, I have 3 pages, but I don't have all of the pages printed, and I can just say, I want this one and this one.
Well, and you could make them into tags or something later, or masterboard.
Or what Louisa showed one time with stamps, you can make your own ephemera from the pages.
Yep. You could make like little faux postage stamps, or you could make little twinchies, like the 2-inch, the 2x2s. Yeah, for sure.
Or tabs or tags,
Tags, yeah, clusters, anything.
But this just saves paper, and I can take a look at it and say, oh, I want this and that. And it's so much easier to know what I want to print.
Yeah. I like that because sometimes that is hard with digitals, knowing like what the color is going to look like or what the size is going to look like. Or
yeah, the Santa. Do you have the Santa in the big size, Shauna?
I have Santa in the regular page. Yeah, I didn't resize him. This is just the size he comes. And this was half of the page. Where did this go? There we go. It went like this. I just cut him in half. I cut him off the paper.
Good morning, or happy Friday morning, Chris.
Yeah, early morning in Australia, I think, right?
Yes, it is. I'm not going to try to do math.
And what is it? Evening for Natalie.
Right? And am I spoiled? The silhouette I'm using is a Cameo 3 from, it is 9 years old.
Oh, mine's even older than that. I have the Curio, the Cameo Curio, but you know what the bad thing is? I've never even took it out of the box.
Oh my. And see,
I looked at it. I opened the box and looked at it, and that was about it.
I do like being able to go get on that program and make what I did today.
Yeah, so the one she's using is very much in comparison with a Cricut. It's the whole, Android Apple thing. It was like there was a Silhouette and Cricut, and then there was even one that was considered the Cadillac. What was it called?
Hi, Cindy.
I have one, but I never really used that either.
Well, and see, when I got my Cameo, I needed something that could do multiple things.
Yeah.
And it was actually probably, for me, the best investment other than, my big shot, my scan and cut.
I was going to say, you just have to go for what you would use. And it's not always what you think, because I was so excited to get one of those electronic die cutters. And then as it turns out, I use them very little because there is a learning curve. It's not just Cricut and go, it's not just plug and play. I mean, it is, but if you know what you're doing. So there's a learning curve. And sometimes I just like to grab my manual die cutter, my paper, and know that I can cut that shape. Don't have to think about it. I can just cut it.
Here's the other Santa image in the kit.
Yes. And there's even some fairies. There's a pillow envelope that kind of turns into a little journaling card. And she's like a little fairy, a Christmas fairy.
So we will be back next week to continue playing with our steampunk.
Hour already?
Yes,
wow.
It has been. And all I got accomplished was a window.
Well, look at this. I am literally just finishing this card, and I made a stack of tags, and I've got a couple that could be card fronts or journal fronts, because I just cut up this 8.5 by 11 paper into like 4 and matted it onto metallic paper. So.
And Cindy's just getting here. Hi, Cindy.
Hello. We are just about done, but hey, you can always catch the replay.
Yes, and if you'd prefer, you can also catch it on YouTube.
And you can join us in our free group that is called Thursdays with Friends and Junk Journals. And we usually post our makes in there. And a reminder when we're going to be live, although that's set to default. I need to change it because sometimes our time varies right now.
Yeah, it does. Eventually we'll have, no, I can't say that because, we never know what life will bring us each day.
That's right. We just kind of go by whatever our health is doing, and that kind of leads us. And mine's been the most needy recently, but if Tamara has kids to pick up or an appointment to go to, we always just work around whatever we have going on. So
right, or Shauna's foot, which is healing nicely. Hallelujah.
This foot needs to get over it. I'm ready to swim. Ugh.
And Deborah, I only saw her name pop up, so I'm hoping Chris is still here.
Yes.
But I know that she mentioned she'd have to set an alarm clock, and
well, there we go. Look at all these tags I cut out. I printed this page 3 times. I cut out all of these fun little pieces. So maybe next week I will work some more on what I've already got going here, decorating and putting in lace and ribbon and that kind of thing. And I did make a card and some other bases. So
I'm not sure what I'm going to do. This wasn't even necessarily planned, but I just covered my star on the top of the tree.
Oh, no.
Oops. Well, hey, it's on acetate. I might be able to fix it. Okay, I will have to repair my card. And I think we lost Shauna. We lost her volume. So anyway, we will see you next week. We will be on Shauna's page. So have a blessed rest of your week, friends.